Yeah, what's happening, mate? You okay?
Yeah, I'm doing great, Darren. Thank you so much for coming on the show. So as I said, when we introduced you the first time, I was thinking about you a lot on Saturday. As I said, I think a lot of us were secretly hoping for the Perry fight for you. Do you think that fight is now no more, now that he lost?
Not no more, mate. I'm still up for it, the fight, but, he's coming off a loss, so, obviously to everyone and to the UFC, it doesn't make much sense, but as I've said before in the past area, I don't really care about rankings and that, I'm not one to say just because he's coming off a loss, let's not fight. I'm still game for fighting him, but obviously it's not really smart matchmaking now because I'm coming off a win and he's coming off a loss.
You watched the fight, right? Darren, did you watch the fight on Saturday?
Yeah, what's happening, mate? You okay?
Yeah. Can you hear me? What is happening? It almost seemed like the interview started over again. That is very bizarre. Darren, you're not there, right? Okay, we're going to check back in with him. It's always something with that phone. Always giving me the sweats. But interesting to hear him say right off the bat that, and he said this.
As I've said before in the past area, I don't really care about rankings and that, I'm not one to say just because he's coming off a loss, let's not fight. I'm still game for fighting him, but obviously it's not really smart matchmaking now because I'm coming off a win and he's coming off a loss.
Wait a second, Darren, is this you or is this like a machine? Are you there? Something really weird is happening here.
Yeah, what's happening, mate? You okay?
No, okay. Well, we gotta. Okay, let's cut this out. What is happening, guys? Let's reconnect with Darren Till. What is happening? It's like someone's playing an audio recording. Maybe he knew what my questions were going to be in there. That has never happened in the history of this program. That was the craziest thing I've ever heard. That is the strangest thing. It was so weird. Imagine I gave some of the questions in advance and we like perfectly synchronized it to the point where we were able to like do this dance where I asked him a question and then he responded and then I asked him a question. That's not exactly what happened. We're going to check back in with him in a matter of moments here, I hope, and get his thoughts on what's next. I mean, there's so many options right now. Okay, let's try. Darren Till, are you there?
I am here again, mate. What's happening?
Okay. That was the weirdest thing. I don't know what just happened, but we'll power through it. You watched the fight, right?
Yeah, that was fucking sat there glued to the telly, mate. Yeah, of course.
What did you think of the fight overall? Were you impressed with the performances? Did you think Santiago deserved to win?
Yeah, I think it was close. I think Santiago might have just pulled it. It was a good fight. I mean, Perry's got some fucking chin on him. Like, we have to respect that. And Santiago's got heart. But from a striking point of view, mate, not really on my level. I have to say that because the footwork out of Perry was not good. He's swinging for shots. He's nearly falling over his own feet. And I expected better footwork and movement from Santiago in which striking, but. It was a good fight, but striking-wise, mate, they're not on my level. I just have to say that.
Were you pulling for Perry? Were you hoping that he would win so that you guys would be matched up?
Yeah, I wanted Perry to win, yeah. I did.
So you were disappointed?
And I was, but, you never know. The UFC could match me against Santiago. He's a good, really good fighter, but, I do have to say, yeah, I was pulling for Perry.
Would a fight against Santiago interest you?
Yeah, Ariel, I'll fight anyone, mate. I really will, I don't really care. But keep the fights coming. I'm only young. I'm only 24, do you know what I mean, mate? So just let's fight anyone. This isn't the time to be, picking fights or anything. That's what you do when you get to, old age. I'm young right now, so, let's put the young ones together and let's slug it out.
You tweeted something after the fight. You tweeted a picture of yourself with a couple of emojis, and you wrote the word "what" at the beginning. What did that tweet mean?
What? It meant what? What's up?
Was that to suggest like you weren't all that impressed?
Yeah, like, you know, I enjoyed the fight. I mean, it was a war, but, you know, from what I seen, fighting ability, fighting IQ was not up to my standards, mate, I have to say.
Okay, so then what about in the main event? That's also your division, RDA and Robbie Lawler. When you were watching that, were you impressed with RDA? Did you feel like, okay, maybe this is more on my level?
He's good, mate, but again, I just don't see where RDA beats me. He's striking, he's got nothing, and he's half my size. Lawler's just fucking lost the plot, just takes shots for fun nowadays. It's just, I don't think them two fights either are good fights for me, if they ever were to fight me, mate, because I think I'd put them straight to sleep in the first round, and that's just me being, you know, confident. I'm not being arrogant or cocky. Robbie's an ex-champion, so's Raphael, but, you know, their time has come. You know, they've been around for a long time, mate. It's time for the young ones to step up.
Have you been told by the UFC, Darren, that you're going to be on that card in London?
No, not yet, mate.
Is that what you want?
Yeah, I'm not bothered. Yeah, I do want the Echo Arena, but if it has to be London, it has to be London, doesn't it?
So what happened with Echo Arena in Liverpool? There was some reports that it was being talked about, that Dana White wanted to make it happen, that they were going to move it. Was this ever in consideration as far as you knew?
Yeah, it was a consideration. Dana was the guy who wanted to make the Echo happen, but obviously Cage Warriors had a date on the same day, and Wonderboy's dad didn't let him take the fight, so everything just got messed up. But I know that Dana wants to make the Echo still happen.
So do you think that it's in the cards for 2018, that it's inevitable that it's going to happen?
1,000,000%.
Oh, wow. Okay. You've been told that?
I've been told by my coach who's speaking to the UFC bosses, so yeah,
okay.
1,000,000%.
We just had Kamaru Usman on the program, and he was talking about you, and he said that he thinks that Dana White is kind of protecting you because he thinks that you could be the next big star in UK, so he wouldn't put you against someone like him. What's your response to that?
I don't know. What to respond to that? If Kamaru is the guy he says he is, and I believe he's a great fighter, we're going to meet at some point. So, you know, why? If Dana is protecting me, which I don't really think he is, I don't know what he's doing, what his plans are for me. But, you know, we're going to fight at some point. If he's going to get to the top, and I am, we're going to fight. So let's fight now rather than later. But if Dana's protecting me, I don't really know how to respond to that, mate. But what does protecting mean? You know, everybody said that Conor got protected, but he beat everyone. He beat Jad. He beat Eddie. So, you know, if I fight Usman at some point, and, you know, he's all coming with this chit-chat, I'm getting protected, you know, I don't know, mate. It's a fucking... Usman just seems to think he's taking on the
world. So to recap, you're down. Even if they come back and say, you know what, we want to do this Mike Perry fight, you wouldn't say no to it. You have no preference whatsoever.
No, mate. Listen, Ariel, I don't mind fighting, mate. I don't mind fighting anyone. You know, I know he got beat and the fight doesn't make sense, but we've argued. We've had a lot of arguments. Everyone wants to see the fight. All you see now is Till. You don't see any other welterweight getting mentioned. All you see is Till. You go on any Instagram thread, it's just Till. It's not Colby or Usman. It's Till.
Yeah.
Everyone wants to fight Till.
Are you starting to feel that itch again? Are you starting to feel ready to get back in there?
Yeah, can't wait, mate. Someone's head's getting took straight off.
How much do you weigh right now?
Should we say 220?
What? Get out of here. Really? Okay,
210 then. I'll say 210. I don't know. 210.
Jeez Louise. That is unbelievable. So at this point, you're just kind of waiting for the call. We're going to see what happens, and you're not going to do much negotiation. Whoever it is, you're taking that guy.
Yeah, mate, I ain't a cherry picker, Ariel. I don't really care, you know.
Yeah.
If Usman says he's the most dangerous in the division, which I do believe he is a dangerous guy. He's got great grappling, he's got power hands, you know, this, that, the other. There's other guys, Wonderboy, Masvidal, whoever they say, mate, I want to fight them. I don't want none of this. I don't want to be involved with this protecting bullshit. I want to fight the best, and if one of these guys are the guys to beat me, well, okay, I'll take it like a man. That's what you have to do, and I'll bounce back. But I don't believe none of them can touch me, mate. I will fucking knock every single one of them out.
If you could give Mike Perry advice about what he did wrong on Saturday, what would you tell him?
Maybe work on his cardio a little bit and work on his footwork. They're the only two problems I've seen. He's got a fucking granite chin, and he obviously can whack, but you know, he's throwing shots from too far out. He hasn't got his distance measured or nothing. So I really work on my footwork, always having my stance in place, and obviously a little bit of cardio. Do you know what I mean? That's the advice I could give him if he's listening right now. What's happening, Mike? Let's make the fight happen, son. Come on, you should have won Saturday, mate.
And do you feel like there's something to be said for maybe he kind of fell in love with his power? He was trying to go for the home run, so to speak, just going for that big punch as opposed to, you know, mixing things up and throwing out combinations. Do you feel like that was the case?
Yeah, you can't rely on just your power, mate, because you're going to come up sometimes against someone far superior. Like, if you've got a guy who relied on power with me, it's not going to work. I'm going to make you look silly. So, you know, it's got him through most of his fights, but, you know, we came up against Santiago, who's a bit of a better striker, and it didn't work this time. So, you know, work on some footwork and cardio, and obviously, you know, maybe a better strategy. But, you know, I'm not his coach, mate. I'm an outside guy with an opinion like everyone else, but if that's any advice I could give him, I don't feel like I am the guy to give advice, but that's how I see it. You know what I mean?
Although he gave you some advice, he told you, he saw you on the streets of Poland and told you that you should be wearing a coat, right? He was worried about your health.
Yeah, no, thanks, Mike, for worrying about my health. I'll buy you a drink next time I see you.
Do you remember that exchange?
Yeah, of course, yeah. It was about 12 o'clock at night, in the midnight.
Were you barefoot? Were you really barefoot?
No, I had trainers on, but I had like these Reebok shorts on, and I just didn't have any t-shirts or anything on.
Oh my gosh!
You know, pretty much naked in the cold streets of Poland.
But you were loving life, right?
I always love life, Ariel. That's how I live, mate. I love life.
And then, as far as Santiago is concerned, because it seems like a lot of people think that you might get him, how would you assess his skills at this point?
He's good, mate. He's a good striker. He's a brown belt on the ground. He's got decent wrestling, but it just goes back to the striking. Ariel, I'm just far superior, far more intelligent. I'm not the strongest or the biggest power puncher, but I'm just too intelligent for them striking wise. And if they do manage to take me down, I bounce right back up, and they've zapped a lot of energy. So I'm a really pain in the ass for anyone to fight me, mate. I really am. And I'm so fucking big for the division, as everyone keeps saying. I'm huge, mate.
Yeah. I am so excited for your next fight. I want to see how this story unfolds. Do you think, Darren, this time next year, we're talking about you as champion? Do you think it's happening this year?
Of course, Ariel. Oh, mate, come on, Ariel. Come on, son. None of them midgets are going to beat me in the welterweight division. You should be questioning whether I'm going to be the light heavyweight champion, not the middleweight or the welterweight, mate. Come on.
And I know I've asked you this question like 5 times, but if it is London, what's the perfect scenario for you? If you could be matchmaker, if you could set it up for yourself, what would you like to see happen?
Maybe Usman or Wonderboy, but I know Usman's got a fight, so maybe he's out of the question. So maybe Wonderboy, then maybe one more, and then a title shot, and that's me, champion.
Wow. You think Wonderboy will take the fight?
That's how it's going to go. No, his daddy won't let him.
Why do you think that they're not? They said, you talked about like that you're too far ranked. Do you believe all this stuff, or do you think that they just don't want to fight you?
I don't know, Ariel. Maybe I have jumped a few spots, but so what? If I am, you know, whatever, why doesn't Wonderboy just fight me and just knock me off my perch? As to say, you know, if they feel like I don't deserve it, well, come and show me that I don't, because, you know, I know I do. And, you know, if he's looking for the title again, but he's been beat twice. So now he's calling out RDA, which he knows he's going to beat RDA, because I feel like Wonderboy would really not hit RDA. I think me and him could make a great fight, mate. He's got a chin, I've got a chin. And I know I can knock him out. I know for a fact I'd knock Wonderboy out if I force him.
Wow. You see it? Early?
I dream about it every night.
That's the one. That's the one you want. What is it about Wonderboy that interests you so much?
Because he's a world-class striker.
Okay.
That's why his striking ability is so good. And I know, me coming from the Muay Thai background and him from the karate, I can nullify everything he does and just prove that I'm the most superior striker in the whole of the UFC. I know that.
Wow. What a fight that would be. All right. So now you just you wait by the phone and you see what the marching orders are.
Yeah, well, that's the only thing I can do, mate. I just accept the fight. I don't want to cherry pick no fight. I just want to fight.
Yeah, I must say I was really hoping for that Perry fight, but I don't think it's going to happen next.
I don't think so, mate. But if they offered it, I'll take it because it's like I haven't got the mentality what Wonderboy's camp have got, as I don't deserve the fight. Okay, Perry lost. Okay, everybody loses in this life. I'll fight him. I know I'm coming off a win, he's coming off a loss, but I'll still fight him, mate. It'll make for a good fight.
Yeah.
So I'd still fight him, mate. It doesn't matter. I ain't like the rest of these guys hand-picking fights or saying this guy doesn't deserve it. A fight's a fucking fight at the end of the day. And if you believe you're going to be champion, well, you'll take 10 fights to get the belt. Then you don't want to just jump and get one fight and then become a title. As I say, I don't deserve a title shot right now, or maybe after my next fight, because you got to earn that right. You got to fight a few people, mate. That's how I see it. That's how I believe it. So let's see what 2018 holds for the Gorilla.
Well, that is impressive. I know a lot of fighters wouldn't say that or have that mindset. So kudos to you for that, for saying that you would accept that fight. I'm curious to see what happens, Darren. I really am. And I wish you the best. Thanks for coming on the show so many times this year. Happy holidays to you, and keep us posted on what happens as far as your next fight is concerned.
I will, mate. Thanks very much. Merry Christmas to everyone there. Okay, have a good time.
All right, same to you. There he is, Darren Till, the gorilla himself, stopping by. Doesn't know what's next, but hey, kudos to him for saying that he would still take that fight against Mike Perry, even though Perry lost to Ponzinibbio. Is it Ponzinibbio next? Is it Wonderboy next? We'll see what happens.